we go. I do believe we are live, so I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Yes, I am aware it is Wednesday. I am aware that we do dance on Wednesdays, so I feel like almost a mandatory boom, danced. We did dance on this Wednesday. Thank you, friends. I do appreciate you for joining me, finding a moment of presence. Yeah, the Wi-Fi signal's fine, right? Today, we do have some strain to review. It is called, puts on reading glasses. It is called Headband. I do believe it's one of the indoor strains from a grower named Adrian. Higher Standard Farms is the farm name in the Vrijstaat. 100% organic, of course. Euphoric, tingly, and uplifting. Diesely, earthy, and pungent. I'll try them for myself. It's not always that the terpenes taste the same necessarily, or the flavors are not always, at least in my opinion, tasted the same from person to person. Terpenes can be chirophyllene, which is like the peppery one, limonene, and myrcene is mango. Helps with stress, anxiety, and depression. The nugs look nice. Can tell you that much. They look quite spectacular. How do they taste, though, is the question. Is of most importance. This little piece will technically be enough. At least to get basically 2 crushes out of. I put it in the teeth and I feed it to the beast. Interesting. I guess it's the pepperiness, but it's almost giving tobacco. It's giving me an air of tobacco. That's very interesting. Let's find out what it tastes like. Take this little thing out. It's already clean. That's nice of myself to do for me. Put this down. And then we'll stack the Dynavap with it. Today's stream topic is about taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The coming of here, the moving of out, was a kind of step forward. And then everything that I have done in this process of having moved out, in this process of finding myself in this space and trying to connect with people, I've taken a step forward. But now, it is time for me to take a step back again. And that conversation was had so many times with many different people, especially today, with Tinas and Annika, with Monique and Jay, with Nathan, with Roselda, a little bit with Vainan. The conversation about how it feels. Hey Connor, it's nice seeing your name. How it feels to go through this experience, to go through this change once again, to realize that there is now a different thing, something else again. Change. That's the way that it got articulated today, especially. There is another change coming. And I feel like ego is the biggest role player. And that is almost what inspired me to talk about this specifically today. Because this idea of steps, this idea of progress, this idea of where we're supposed to be, is one of ego. Right? If I was completely without ego, it wouldn't really be a blip on my radar to take this step, To not even call it a step backwards, to call it just a step, which it is. Right? This is but a part of this experience we find ourselves within. This is not going to be the end of it. We're actively telling a story here. And the story is not done just yet. Hey! Talking about the story we're telling. Jovan, it's nice seeing you here. Howdy to you. Sam, joining us too, saying, one time, Q showed up on the Enterprise and challenged Picard by sending him to meet an enemy he hadn't ever before, just to get Picard to admit that he was not as capable as he projected himself to be. Picard took 2 steps forward and then 1 giant ass step back because he knew he wasn't ready. It takes a lot, let's just say that, to be willing to take that step back. I don't know if I'm there, from a perspective of wanting to take a step back from pretending that I know everything. Is that the way you said it? As capable as he projected himself to be. I feel it's kind of a juxtaposition we find ourselves in as people that need to be capable. You have to almost overproject how capable you are. I think when people's lives come into the fray, maybe that's something to take pause with. Don't sell how capable you are if you're doing brain surgery on a person, for example. But in certain cases, that's almost how it should be. And maybe there is a certain point that you reach where it stops being something you have to do and something you almost feel pride in having done. Right? Oh yeah, I am so capable, in fact. I am very capable, I say. So capable. And you better know it. Amy Dorovi, Dobry, it's nice seeing your name here. Love you, Mel. That's nice. I love you too. Apologize for not being on your channel lately. I can't believe we have watched you since day one. So nice and refreshing to see you. It's nice to see you here too, friend. It's nice having you. Having had friends that tune into this space for a long time. It's nice to have moments like this with you, Amy. With all of you friends to kind of check in again. Touch base. Remember that there are people in this world also pushing in the same direction you are. Maybe in a different way. Maybe into a different direction, but still trying to make a way for themselves. It's nice having you here, friend. What's been on your mind? What have you been doing as of late? What has changed? Today's stream topic is specifically about gathering my thoughts, especially with what we've said today. With progress. Progress. That's the boiling it down of. It's about progress. Do you feel you've progressed since I don't want to say since meeting me because it feels kind of pompous, but since that time, since the RPAN days, how much do you feel you've progressed? In what ways have you progressed? And in that, a thought experiment, acknowledging that you've grown a lot, that you have a lot to be grateful for right now, that things are not all sunshine and rainbows, but there is still a lot to be grateful for. I think there's more messages coming through. Loading. There they are. Jovan saying, Tunes and Sam and Kristen and Amy and Melt and more. Gonna send worky lurky lovins to you beautiful people for today. And all of the tomorrows. Still 2 more days of deep workings left for you. We love you, Jean. Thank you for joining us in this moment. Even in your worky lurkiness. My intuition says that progress is an illusion like time and the need to wear pants. My intuition has shown me that it is not, because I build media. You're a writer as well, Sam. Yeah, Melt, but I write not to progress, but to be present. I can hear Sam saying something like that to me in retaliation. True, fine, fine. But when you make media, when you make little, there's a little Burby watching me. When you make things that people are gonna see, you have to make progress. You cannot have a half-baked product, an unprogressed version of the thing you're supposed to be doing, because people will notice. At least I will notice. That's the birdie that's watching me up on the pillar there. Hey, little birdie. I'm gonna hit this Dynavap now. You can wonder what it is I'm doing. What is it that I'm doing? Look at this. This isn't an... Okay, I didn't want any more of my shenanigans. I can already taste some pepper coming through. Mmm. That's nice. Remember when I was saying it's almost tobacco-y smelling? I feel that could still be true of the taste, but more so of like a vanilla flavored ice cream that has like a drop of smoky tobacco flavor. That mango is coming through a little bit as well. That's nice. I do like that. It is strong, however. How's it affecting my vision? I don't know if these things do affect my vision necessarily. Maybe it doesn't affect your vision as much as it affects the way you process what you see. There's a big lizard walking our way. Like a big one. Look, I mean, it's not that big, relatively speaking. He's around there somewhere. I see you, bro. You can make your way. You can make your way downtown. He's exploring as well. Yeah, I'm like a super chill one. Might be even, she might be pregnant even. That does look like a Preganon lizard. Maybe my comments about her being big was offensive in that way then. Yeah, I'm chill. I'm so chill. You can totally come this way. I know there's usually more food inside the house because they get trapped under the lights and stuff, so you can definitely find yourself on that side. You see that lizard looking at me? Yeah, I do see you. I do see you. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, super chill. Yeah, you can come. It's passing by my foot. It's stopping to watch me. What a sweet little lizard. It's passing by my foot now. And there it goes. That's nice. Yeah, see, it's so fat. No, I'm not gonna hurt you, I promise. I'm just trying to switch the lenses. Look at it on the wall. Past me because it was an admissions. Dun 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 dun. Diddle-doo, diddle-doo. You see, she's so fat. Do you see how jonker she is? I don't know if it's clear, but like, she's as thick as my thumb in her midsection. So many babies, and she's like missioning up that wall. She's probably gonna go and put them in the roof or something because it's hot up there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna climb. I'm climbing this wall to go and put some babies up there. Yeah. Mission. You got this, little lizard. You so got this. I think I might run out of headroom. I won't be able to move it any. No, I won't be able to. This is fine. I don't have to move it any higher. Whoa, you made it! Almost. You got this. You got this. You have an audience cheering you on, Mama Lizard. Climb, climb. Final stretch. This makes me happy. A while ago, I should show you. Go, little mama. Yeah, she's up there. She's still watching us. Yeah, you see? I'm chill. I'm so chill. I did sit very still to add extra comfort. A part of me wanted to move the camera and show you how close it's walking by my feet, but that would have startled her. Is that a Slav down under? Hey, Slav. It's nice to see your name here with us. So, I don't know if you appreciate this kind of thing, Slav, but I did just want to show our friends Lizard. You want to see Lizard? I got Lizard for you. Let me show you the big one first. So one night, we spot this absolute unit of a lizard. Or this is a gecko, technically. Type of gecko species. That's rough. Okay, that's better. That's my hand next to it. And I can bring my hand that close to it. It's so big that it survived for so long that it's so chill. There we go, as I go. Yeah. The lizard is moving around. It's so chill. And then the very next day, I see a little baby lizard. I'm gonna have to search for that photo though. Baby? Baby lizard? Search. Nay. No rock. Maybe just lizard? Lizard. Lizard. I don't know if Max... I didn't send the baby lizard photos to Max. Let's see if I can do it this way. I don't know if this is the way to do it though. I'm gonna try. Hey! Success. And then the very next day, I see this little baby. Right? And that is the same species. So, day one, this Kachonker unit. Bigger than my hand. Day after.
Hello, small little baby.
And now seeing those lizards, those are the other species lizards that's very frequent. There's like the three. It's like one of those. It's like a gecko type. Then there's those. That's like sharp nail lizard type. Then there is Blauwkopkelgamander, which is also a sharp nail kind of lizard, but bigger. And then the Komodos. And those ones, you rarely see the real like small little babies. So getting to see a mom on her mission is nice as well. Right, chat's back open. This train is nice. Very nice, very talkative as well, interestingly enough. I find at least. I'm appreciating it. Let me see, I missed a bunch probably. Progress. Since the last time I saw you, we are planning a prison ministry in the US and have taken a much needed break from things that were harming our life. That does seem like a tall order. Are you taking a break from the building of the prison ministry? Or are you taking a break from the things that were hindering you from doing so? No, like human progress. The way we think we get smarter and learn more and be more capable, that's an illusion. Like a part of me wants to instinctively disagree, but a part of me knows that I can agree with you and relate to you in the way that these streams are conscious evolutions. where we have to now make conscious progress, conscious evolution, because most of the progress, most of the evolution we have gone through has already happened, right? Literally took billions upon billions of years for you to be this thing as it is right now, right? You're not going to be living for billions upon billions of years. I want to live for a few thousand, but even a few thousand years, even a few million years, it pales in comparison to a few billion, right? So in that way, most of our evolution going forward is going to happen consciously, not in the same way we did with biology. Technology is probably going to have a say in that as well very soon, but I do believe in human progress. I think in a way maybe what you just said was true, has been historically true for the last 2000 years. But now we are at a little bit of a changing point, a point of inflection, which might make that point, a little bit more questionable. Sam, roller coaster, but what is life without the fun of chaos? How have you been? I fucking hate roller coasters. Thankfully, ours might be slowing down a little for like half a second, maybe. Bless. I'm trusting. So, cute little lizard, sweet mama. Yay, your friends are just as happy as me. I want to see lizard. Yeah, she is now somewhere in the roof. So, if you want to see, you go Rook on Ryan, just like a few minutes ago. He is a big and probably a she of the way her belly was protruding. I've never, unless that lizard was a dude, and he found some sort of like fly infestation of a bunch of maggots. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm going into that. And he absolutely ate his fill like a little dragon that he is. Like other than that being the exact case scenario, it's probably a mom lizard. Those Zards have pretty markings. They do. I wonder what they're called. Hey Google. Hey Google. What is the common brown lizard with stripes down its back in South Africa? It's a large skink. They're a type of skink. Yeah, I think this is the one. Let me see. Not exactly. Not exactly the one that we just saw.
Let me hit him up with a Google search.
Let's see if I go images. This is the one. Yeah, actually, that is kind of the same, but this one is a little bit more akin to the one we just saw. That's up close of them. What are they called?
What's your name, lizard? What's your name? You wanna be friends? You wanna be friends with me, lizard? What's your name?
Oh yes! Tricelepis puntasimums, of course. African striped skink. That's what they're called. An African striped skink. And they're thriving. They're thriving here. They are still a type of skink. We were right about that. Yeah, this is the dude. This is the dude. There's a bunch of them. African stripe. There's the one on the bricks like we just saw. Some synchronicities. Good old little African striped skinks. They're very prolific. Prolific. Successful. They dominate this area when it comes to numbers. I've seen a total of 5 geckos, maybe 4, maybe 5 not Lacavana, local Kokomanders, and like hundreds, if not thousands, of those striped skinks, African striped skinks. Got it. I think I'm missing a few. Let me open them here. It'll be a little bit easier. Roller coasters, sweet lizard. Of course, you're seeing lizards. This shot I'm seeing on my screen looks like you're in a lizard habitat right now. Maybe I am. Maybe I am in a lizard habitat. Maybe I am one of the lizard people. No, no, stop. I'm not a lizard people. I swear. No, no. I think I'm too hot-blooded to be a lizard person. Like I emanate too much heat. I don't like more heat. I think that's one of the leading conspiracy theories about global warming is that they're trying to heat the earth up because they like it that way. Just come to South Africa. You don't have to heat the earth up. It's already hot here. I think the mama was a variable skink. Might have been. Could have been as well. Maybe it's not an African striped one. Taking a break from the green. All that was holding us back. How about that? Interestingly enough, that seems to be the thing that I'm being called to take a break from as well, a little bit. Smoking a little bit less marijuanas. Totally. It's gonna happen any second now. And I'm not gonna smoke weed. And it does happen that way. It does happen that way, so it will. One of my favorite stories to tell is when the lagoon dragon lizard was attacked by Eva, Puppy, and UD and walked away completely unscathed, climbed into a tree, and gave a guttural warning as a hiss. Now, think about that. Jovan gets on a plane, flies all the way to South Africa. Some Africa man goes and gets her at an airport, right? Takes her into this world, takes her to a farm somewhere in Mpumalanga. And then a part of this experience of being on a farm, she gets shown a lizard the size of your leg. And I'm not embellishing this story, literally. That lizard is actually bigger than your leg. They get up to 1.6 meters long, which is like 5 foot. They get like 5 feet long. Hey Google, show us a laguan. Likkewan is the way we say it in Afrikaans. Likkewan. Likkewan. Yeah. Monitor lizard is another word for it. There we go. Yeah, this is a good photo. It was one like this. And it was at this size, basically. Look at that thing. I was saying the size of your leg. Haha, jokes on you. It's bigger than your freaking legs. So, my dad calls us. Hey, come and look at this. Come and look at this monster. Come and look at this dragon that's hiding underneath a trailer. And Jovan sees it and it's making hissing sounds. And then the dogs basically coax this creature out from underneath this trailer. And they maul that creature, right? And you know how we have this frame of reference for how things go. If a dog bites into the neck of a creature and then proceeds to like whip its head back and forth, you know, like you see that, you know, the planting its little legs into the floor and pulling on it with its teeth. You see 3 dogs go like apeshit on this lizard, doing their best to try and like subdue it, try and kill it, try and do something about it, because it is a menace to the farm. Technically, it eats the chickens, no cap, likes them, loves them, especially likes the baby ones, you know. So, and it knows, it pays attention. It will like leave some of the chickens, and then they'll have babies, and then it will just, after the babies are at a certain size, will like mission in, eat all of them one night. Does eat the eggs as well. The weirdest thing, where it does the most harm, if you want to think about it from a point of economics, is they steal milk from cows. And that's not the economically damaging part, is they bite into the teats of the cows while they do that. And they literally climb up their legs, and then they hold on to their legs, and then they bite on their teats. It's fucking bonkers. So this creature is there for that reason. That's why it's there on the farm. And the dogs are trying to do something about it. And after these dogs maw into it, it just keeps watching, watching, keeps walking. Right? Like imagine like a battle-hardened veteran walks into an establishment and a bunch of people like is attacking him, broken bottles, and he's just like not even paying attention to you really, just like looking forward, walking to where his seat is, while just like fighting off three guys. And then walks up the tree. And then you can see this whole creature's like splayed out in front of you in this tree. And it's unscathed, right? Like you watch these dogs bite into its neck, but there's nothing there. It's just skin, smooth skin, well, scaly skin. Was quite an experience. Letting Jovan see something like that. Yeah, thank you. It is a wild story. It is very much a wild story to tell. Quaxers too. Which one is that? The Africans can got it. I was talking about the ones in the pics you showed earlier. They were bumpier. Yeah, that one was much bumpier. Oh, the previous one you mentioned. Maybe this gang. Yossi, what happened to my comments? Nani? I had like this many comments and then suddenly they got disintegrated. What happened? What happened? Maybe they're here? Ah. Ah, I see. I got some help. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. All right. Ooh. I'm dropping some of my things. Don't forget it to add to your story of Jovan being kidnapped by an African man that was showed up at the airport with a busted out back window. It's true. All of these are all actually truthful facts. Not the kidnapping part, but the showing up at the airport of a busted window. I totally joke. The broken window will forever be a part of you and Jovan's story. Yeah, exactly. And she accompanied me, was there in support of me when I drove to a guy to have it fixed as well. So I think it's a good part of the story. At least for me, it is. When I got married in Hawaii, it was on a beach oceanside behind a hotel. I got the nervous pee, so I ran and asked the hotel guest who is watching from the balcony if I could pee in his toilet. Him and my dad were laughing so hard. I even have a wedding picture of the guy handing me a roll of toilet paper. That's hilarious. My friend, if your mom is truly homeless, the space can totally be a method of support, but we only need to hit the button once. It's true. Yeah, like we can be here to support you in this way. We can add some friendly comfort. We can ask you day after day if the situation has improved, and you can let us know. You can give us an update. But there's only so much we can do as well. All of us living in different worlds. All of us having needs of our own, having homes of our own that we need to continue upholding. I am moving out of this house, right? And in that way, I'm gonna go and stay at my dad's place, and that's not technically homeless, but I am technically without a house, right? All right, but that's okay. That's okay for now. It can be seen as a step back, or it can be seen as a step. Just a step. It can be seen as just a step. It's another step. Might not be a step forward, but it might be a step. Maybe one of those sideways steps that you need before you can step forward again. Because the other step is not as straightforward as the other ones have been. Yes. Duck, he's lucky. I'm low maintenance. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Jovan did make it easy for me to feel like I was doing okay. I wasn't. Not always. No, there were things that I could do better. And just like preparing, planning a little bit better, buying, cooking ingredients in a timely manner. She definitely gave me a lot of lenience and patience with doing this, having the yoga class and having a stream. Join me for that as well. Yeah, those moments will forever be a part of this story too. Right? Yeah, forever a part of it. I'm so grateful to have had them. It's been 40 minutes of us being here. Tuning into this present moment, I'm going to go and get not by leaving, but by finding somewhere in my folds my Dynavap. It's here somewhere, I promise. It's totally here somewhere. Progress, yes. I don't know where my Dynavap is. Watch me. Yeah, look at that. And then I do. And just like that, we've made progress. And this is something to feel good about. This is something to feel good about. I've made a lot of progress. Maybe that's why I'm really trying to drive this point home. Because a part of me is really in a state of mourning. I feel bad. Feel kind of feel kind of bad about leaving. This still has a lot of left in actually. I can add more heat to this before throwing it away. I feel kind of sad. I feel kind of
Many, 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 many.
I like this place. It's a nice place. I'll be back. I'll be back soon enough. Actually, I'll be back soon enough. It's not gonna be long. Sam, I really resonate with that as well. Sam just said, part of being in a partnership like that is appreciating and finding joy in your partner, which is easier to do when both participate as their genuine selves. I feel that's something that we were both good at, showing up as our genuine selves. I feel at least for both of us, there were no filters that was noticeable. There were things to think about. There were things that was taking up maybe some mental real estate, and in that way was limiting us from, in some ways, potentially, being as present. But that happens all the time, no matter, what state you're in. But when it comes to the authenticity of our expression and who we allowed ourselves to be, how we allowed ourselves to be, it feels like a real state of progress was achieved. Like I allowed myself to be in a way that I haven't. It was my genuine self, but I haven't been that in forever. Isn't that an interesting paradox? The thing you are the least, depending on your circumstances at least. Doc, that is a great story. Much love to all. I miss you guys and will update you soon, but you're right now. A very tall order, but we feel the calling. Sending lots of love and peace your way. Thank you for the support and encouragement, dear friend. Javan, he has no idea how lucky. However, my wife is very low maintenance, but that means if there is something that she cares about, you better jump on board because she will defend it and expect it. And in that way, I appreciate that for both of us, Dr. Because I feel me and you are similar in the way where we don't mind solving problems, but we do appreciate clarity in the communications of which problems is in need of being solved. So maybe in that way, your wife being low maintenance is a good thing for your soul because you don't have to do things all the time. But when things need to be done, she's clear about that, and it gives you a lot to work with going forward. Hey Amy, I've been in and out myself. Kiddo starting school and getting sick a bunch of times, even a hospitalization, and the stress of getting everything ready for winter, seeing as I work outside. Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's not snowing all the time, right? Right? I'm guessing you have winterable plants outside as well. I'm surprised the grass survives. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Today is a very nice day, I think, temperature wise. It did rain yesterday properly in this area, so that's definitely helping. I do like the effects of this strain. Technically, still the first bowl. 0.10 of a gram. What's that in? Is that in American units? Goodness, like I don't even know which one to pick. That's the worst part. Like your units are so bad that I don't even know which one is the best bad one to pick out of. We'll do grams too. Is it pounds? Ounces? Ounces is probably the better one, right? Because it's a smaller unit of measurement. 0.01. Yeah. So in a single Dynavap bowl, there is there this is so absurd to me. There is 0.000352 ounces. Is that really the smallest unit of measurement you have for weight? You don't have grams, which is what we use. And then milligrams, and then micrograms. Is it ounces? 0.0035 ounces in a single bowl. And for it to definitely make you feel so many things is quite surreal. Some people complain about marijuana becoming very strong in this day and age. But if you don't smoke a whole joint of it, that can be something you appreciate instead of it being something that you find fault within. Because this is a tenth of a joint, essentially, depending on the size of joints you roll, I guess, as well. But basically a tenth of a joint. Whew. Smells nice. Pepper and fruit. We use grams here for piddly amounts. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, grams and then fractions of a gram. So this, a fraction, could be like 10% of a gram. And this does 10% of that 10%. So a fraction of a fraction. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. I think it feels right. I should do a proper measurement, crush a whole gram that I pre-weigh out, and then see how many Dynavap stacks I can get of it. So I have that number in my brain. Be like, with 1 gram of marijuanas, you can hit this Dynavap 27 times. I feel like that number feels accurate. Probably isn't. Might be. I don't. You know what? I did technically. Maybe I'll stack this a little bit more aggressively. Add some pressure. Make some room. And say, encourage, if you will, to these little nuggers to go in there. And then we're going to go and meticulously weigh out a singular gram. And we're going to see how many Dynavapes we can get out of that. Because my mind wants to. I'm now curious about that. Hey, Amy, I've been in and out myself. Bless again. You're here right now. It's appreciated. I'm gonna put this away. Just for now. And I'll be back in a second. Part of me does want to take you with me, but it's gonna be faster if I don't. Do I keep you looking at the rocks? I think so. They are interesting rocks. I'll drop this like a reverse laptop to show you more of the reality pixels. Back again. All right, experimentation time. I think I'm gonna do it over here. .2. Let me take the stick off. 1.1. If I take them all off the stick. One. 1.01. I'll leave a little bit of the crumbs. So this would be the amount some people. Me being one of those some people at one point in my life. This would be the amount you use in a single joint. So I might have been completely off. I think you might be able to get like 12 at most Dynavamps out of this. So my number, or at least the way my mind was trying to make the numbers work, is cycles that you get out of the Dynavamp. And you will get about 27 cycles, taking them meticulously, slowly but surely. Here we go. A whole gram has been put in the teeth and is now being devoured. It's not easy to let my guard down, but it was so nice to feel at ease there. You friends and your authentic acceptance have seriously helped me to be comfortable in being weird and quirky myself. And to be so much less of a hermit. I'm truly grateful for this space. Y'all are a legendary bunch. We, us, are a legendary bunch. And Joe, you have made such a beautiful part of this bunch that we are. I too appreciate the level of acceptance our friends have for us. It really is surreal, transcendental even. Woo! That's what a gram looks like, crushed up. Let's, ooh! I spilled some. This hasn't been vaped yet. I just realized. I'll have to do that. This is my next mission. First vape the bowl of marijuanas you stacked and emptying your grinder stack. My intention is to realize that I'm not taking steps back. I'm taking steps. Period. I'm getting a lot of that gasoline terpene on this one. That's nice. My mind just had this moment of laughing at itself. Of some of you friends maybe thinking that I'm going to test how many Dynavapes I can get out of that by smoking all of it back to back to back. Hitting 10 Dynavapes in a row. No, I will not be doing that. I'll be putting them in this piece of paper. Whew. You're legendary as well, Joe Bud. Yeah. Growing up, I just had the one friend, and she was a basilisk. I did not know what real friends were until I got here and became surrounded by them. This space is beautiful. This makes me so happy. Hearing these things truly feels like the most beautiful gift that I could have asked for. I'm not going to cry. I am going to see this as a big step, something to remind myself of when I find myself doubting. Thank you, friends. Pack your Dynavap, then weigh it out how much that is. Then you know, without getting absolutely blitzballed. But you should at least try for science. Yeah, for science, I'm just going to stack it and then put it in here. And then stack it again, put it in here. And then we'll just count. We'll just count them. Would be funny though. Would make for an interesting video, you know. Would be like the Darwin Awards of like, oh, I have to find out. I have to do this. I have to do this for science. Gets, as you said, blitzballed. Yeah. Exactly. Very, very nice. All right, it's time. Seeing this as a step. Cool it down. Empty the bowl out. Cool the bowl down. Unlock my tablet screen. My battery is slowly but surely dying. Sam, you were friends with a basilisk? Yeah, exactly. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Y'all found yourselves here because you are the beauty you see. Insert Spider-Man pointing at other Spider-Man. Us pointing at each other. No, you are beautiful. Actually, I'm so happy that you said those words, Jovan, because those were the words I was thinking. We really have created something here that is so valuable. At least it is to me, and I know that it is to you, friends. Might not be valuable to the corporate world, but in that way, it makes it even more valuable to us. All right, it's not valuable. It's like a beautiful tree, right? A beautiful tree might be seen for the value its timber has to the corporate eyeballs, but to you it might be seen as this beautiful old entity, a grandma or grandpa figure that exists in your world and you can sit with and download wisdom from. Had many conversations today about perspective and what you look for in the world. All right, without further ado, I'm going to start finding out with you, friends. How far does a gram go in a Dynavap? I'm way behind, but melt. It's not the snow. That's really the problem. It's everything freezes. You have to winterize pipes on your house. blowout hoses and sprinkler systems. The list is endless. Ah, yes. I'm happy that you're doing those things, bro, and you're probably helping other people do the same. Your vibe, love again. I love that. I was slow as Anna, a basilisk and narcissist. Most potent weapon is their armor, and like a Harry Potter, we can only be taken down by the venom they produce themselves. Oh, what a shame indeed. But I do get what you're saying. Woo! At last, Dynavap hit definitely did what it. I so wish we could throw memes up in chat here. Me too. Eventually, we'll be able to throw everything up, I'm sure. It came out weird. Eventually, we'll have some sort of screen interfacing ability. So we can show our friends things properly. Instead of me holding up my tablet, there'll be part of these pixels, that actually just show you what I want to show you. Number 1! And then I put it in here. Number 2. I'm filling these as much as I fill them if I had to actually vape them. Which feels fair. Number 3. Riveting content. Yes. Is this better? No, I think maybe I can do it like this. Number 4. This is exciting to me. I am actually curious. And I'm going to be happy about knowing this number. At least 4. That's true. 5. 6. That one's a little bit extra full. 7. 8. 9. 'Yay, we're hitting the lucky number 10. I think that might be it. And that does check out. Because it is supposed to be a 0.1 gram bowl. So a tenth of a gram. So the fact that we get basically 10 bowls, there's a little bit left for like an 11th, but I didn't absolutely stack it to the max every time. This is like half a bowl. So yeah, that does make sense. 10 Dynavaps, which will be 30 hits, which will be enough. Goodness. If you take 30 hits of this thing throughout the day, you're gonna be right. You'll be so fine. You won't need your pain medication. And a lot of people will easily smoke that in a single joint. Why am I going down this rabbit hole? There is a reason. Today's stream topic will give me guidance, I'm sure. Progress. Yeah, some progress was made in my journey to smoke less weed, but I still feel called to smoke less at some point. I do. And a part of me wants to find myself in the right environment too. And I think there is going to be a period of waiting for me to find myself in that right environment a little bit. We'll find out together though, won't we? That is at least the one fun thing we are guaranteed. I so wish I could throw memes up in chat. That is funny. Science. Web Attractor Drive. So much love. Eventually, we'll be able to throw up everything working. Task failed. Weed is my pain medicine. Yeah, for a lot of people it is. For me, it definitely is. And all of us experience pain in different ways as well. It's also something that we need to take into consideration. For me, it's painful to be in a state of relentless self criticism and problem solving. Weed has been a tool that allows me to, instead of just seeing the problems, to be calm enough to do something about them. At least that's what I believe about it. Your friends have seen me smoke weed for a long time, though. Those joints that I used to smoke on stream were 1 gram joints, and we wouldn't always smoke the whole thing on stream. It was almost a part of the joke, biting off more than we can chew. Oh, goodness. We have experienced so much. And we're going to experience a lot more. Whether you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back, whether you're just taking it step by step, or whatever plan of action you have, you're going to be here, be there for it. And there is going to be progress just in that act of being present. You will learn things, you will grow, you will be challenged in your own way. And it will be glorious. It'll be absolutely splendid. It will be absolutely fantastical. Truly remarkably incredible. I'm going to quickly do a little review. I'm going to synth into the database my opinions on the weed strain. My member number. Sharing member. This strain name. Hey! I bumped my elbow. It did hurt. Headband. Headband. This is supposed to make it feel like there's pressure around this part of your brain. If yes, it's not doing that, at least, which I'm very happy about. And got that number in there. Wait a second. I think I have the brand name here as well. I don't know if that's the Goa code. Higher Standard Farms. Easy po easy. Didn't have to use my little meat stickies. There we go. Exceptional butt structure. I love it. It's great, but it is indoor, so I think it does have that going for it. The flavonoids. Much more flavorful than the smell. Let me give them a smell again. Yeah, absolutely. The smell is almost like paprika-y. You know, like that pepperiness is definitely coming through. But then you taste it and you find these fruity flavors, mangoey flavors. That pepperiness remain. I'm trying to think about the other one that I tasted as well. Gases. Yeah, absolutely. Nice flavor. Looks great. Yeah, see, like it's even covered in trichomes. Can it be more covered in trichomes? My mind is trying to duck at one point at least somewhere. I'm trying to find a way to be like, oh, actually, this could have been better. It's exceptionally dense and rich, and no seeds whatsoever. This is, I think, the first 5 out of 5. Very peppery on the nose, and when you smoke it, it has this flavor of fruit, a gassy flavor, and definitely that sharpness of the pepper flavors as well. There we go. Strain review successfully completed. It was nice having you friends here with me for today. I think I missed some comments. Let me check them out. Eventually we'll be able to throw up everything. Why are you not working comments? There we go. I think there is some light in the tunnel. Boom. Yay. Kristen has sent a goodbye message too. I can't wait until we all hang out together in real life, even if only for a weekend. So, I know I also cannot wait, Louisiana, and we need to talk about that. We can do it for only a weekend. Maybe we can make it like a week trip out of it. And we do it as a yoga retreat. We do it with the intention of every day we spend an hour, 2 hours practicing yoga, practicing some breath work in a beautiful space with beautiful views, with a swimming pool, with a place to stay. And I think we can do that for technically a reasonable price. And I'm saying technically only from the perspective of what's reasonable to who, right? To go on vacation for a week and pay a total of $3,000 for the whole thing. Most people could consider that reasonable. And I'm meaning like the whole thing as in including your flight tickets. 100% can be done. So, yeah, I think that could be the way we do it, right? Because it would be great to see one another, but it will also be one of those things of like, what do you do? Are you just gonna, like, and we probably will sit down, and I was gonna say, are we just gonna sit down and have conversations? And yes, we will do that. But the masculine that is me and the masculine that is our society wants to do things, right? Wants things done, wants to progress. And sometimes you can do that even while you're on vacation. Could be an experience. We can talk about it. Planting these seeds. Week-long yoga retreat in Ryan's in California. Oh, I mean, yes, you can do that too. But I don't know if I'll be able to be there for that one. Yeah, unfortunately. Louisiana. I was trying to figure out how to say that without overwhelmingly loving you. So thank you for reading my mind again. Yeah, we'll have that get together in IRL. Kristen's message. We're planning on a hangout. That would be amazing. Yes, you like the like. I mean, maybe you're thinking about the idea of going to California, but it could be something. Throwing this out here. I'm going to try to be there for the January module. True, that is true. Giovanna is going to finish and officially get her certification. And she wants to go down to Encinitas, California. I think that's right. To actually do that. Where the Soul of Yoga is based, the studio that she's training through. Ryan's studio. All right. I thank you, friends. I appreciate you for joining me. I hope you have the most resplendent day, everyone. I wholeheartedly love you all so ineffably, bountifully, luminously, spectacularly, euphorically, and splendidly, heartwarmingly, ardently, triumphantly, and radiantly, Mel, and all of you. Oh, so magnanimous, endearing, and empathetic, nurturing and gracious, uplifting friends who embrace progress, even when it's 2 steps forward and 1 step back. I like that. That's such a nice one. Plugging this out here. Yeah. I see the eyes. That could be the way. Kristen, blessed are we with your lovins. Blessed are we indeed. Blessed are we to have friends that care about us. Blessed are we to have mindfulness of covering the microphone. Blessed are we to be held, to be supported by ones that love us, to continue forward, to progress. Every single breath taking us there. Thank you, friends, for joining me again. Hey! Yeah, I suddenly heard you being like, hey, Melt, aren't you pulling a card? Yeah, I am. I totally didn't forget. But you helped me remember. It's true. Yeah, goddamn. Is that? You're gonna blow our minds. You always do, cards. You always do. What are they saying? They're saying, whoosh, whoosh. Ow. They're saying, take that as a stop. I don't know if you heard that paper crashing off the wind. Let's see what's wrong with this. Ahuga. Yeah. This card is very synchronous. This card now means something to me. This is the first card we pulled from the car. The transformation card. She has Giovan's big eyes. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Things are changing at a cellular level. Goodness. Sounds like a lot. Part of me wants to put one of these crystals in my mouth. Why am I like this? I don't know, but it needs to happen now. One of these.
One of these crystals will be the lucky one.
I don't know if any of these are clean, so part of me wants to pick one off of the side wall. Can you give me a piece of crystal? Oh, yeah, it does. It does give me pieces of crystal. Look at that. Crossing. Making less of it. I'm not gonna swallow it. I'm putting it under my tongue. Some pieces are coming off. Transformation. Transform. Trans. Transform. I need to. Why can't I say transformation? I don't know what to put it in my mouth. Maybe like one of those nicotine patch people use. Hey, that actually works. I guess that's why they put them there. And checks out. Transformation. This is gonna go in some sort of. I'm gonna go on some sort of list for doing shit like this, aren't I? Melt. Picks pieces of crystal off of rock face. Proceeds to put it in his lip like a zin. Is that what they call them? Like a nicotine patch. Yeah, transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. There is deep healing happening. Things are changing at a cellular level. It does say it again, I promise. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work, for you are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within your cells. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode. To choose a new way of being where trauma is no longer the driving force. All childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. You were being called to find new ways to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Oshun influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside. And the Oshun represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest of levels. While you are in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationships with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regime, or becoming or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. Remember, you are deeply loved. Thank you, little crystal. That was strange. It started tasting bitter. My mouth started tasting bitter. And a part of me was almost like, is my saliva synthesizing nicotine out of that rock or something? Why does it taste like chemicals in my mouth? And then my mind was going down rabbit holes of these rocks aren't real. And I'm proving it. The simulation is breaking down. This transformation happening on a cellular level in my mouth. Why does it sound so sus when I say it like that? It's not what I meant. I was just making jokes. Kristen, blessed we are with your lovins. This is true. Let me see if I can refresh it for a second. Making sure that I'm not missing any of your friends. No. I think that's it. Love is true. Thank you, friends, for joining me again. Pulling the transformation card one more time. I feel it's aligned. I appreciate you, friends, for joining me again. And I'll see you soon. Tomorrow. Thank you, friends. Goodbye for now.